Hello everybody, I am TheEpicParrotz from TheEpicWorldz, and today I am back playing Kerbal Space Program. So, let's get started. Well, as you know, last episode we have launched a satellite in low Kerbin orbit, the Parrot Mark I. Here it is, and come on, there we go. This is the Parrot Mark I. Now its beauty, its glorious beauty. Apparently it is, no wait, there. Apparently it's just about minus 200 degrees outside in space. That's good to know. Anyways, let's get back to the Space Center. And today, or at least in this episode, we are going to go to Minmus. Minmus is not the moon. The moon is right there. But the thing is, for one, I mean, the moon is cool and all, but it's just, I don't really see the point. No, okay. It's not that, but it's that I've been to the moon multiple times already in my single-player game, and I haven't been to Minmus. And also the problem is that I've recently made a very useful, very effective moon mission spacecraft. So in the end I'd be using a very similar design. So it would be boring because I'd know it would work and just wouldn't be fun. So I'll do the moon if it's really requested, which I doubt that will happen because it's still a very small channel. Anyways, we're not going to the moon, we are going to Minmus. That tiny little ball of ice. Well, actually it's not really ice, it's more like, I don't really know. Anyways, we're going there, and it's gonna be fun. So, let's go build a spaceship to go to Minmus. How about, well, let's get started. Alright, I'm back. Well, this is our rocket to go to Minmus. Okay. First of all, I'm going to show you some very super advanced techniques of staging. It is called asparagus staging, and it's one of the most efficient ways of launching a rocket into space. Well, at least in Kerbal Space Program. So what you see here is the bottom stage of my rocket. And it's, well, here's how it's gonna go. All of the engines here, I still need to set up the staging here before, but all of the engines here are gonna fire at the same time. And then the fuel from this tank is gonna be drained to this tank, which is still in, and that fuel is gonna go to this fuel tank, and this fuel is gonna go to the big orange tank. That means that all the engines are going to fire at the same time. However, these two engines are going to shut off first because they'll have the least fuel. All that fuel is going to be depleted very quickly as it'll be used by this rocket this rocket, and yeah. It's going to be used by 3 different rockets at the same time. Well, rocket engines. Anyways, then we're going to have the second stage, the second pair of engines that's going to go is this one. They'll go a bit later, and then this one, and then finally we'll have this final stage, the orange tank and the big engine in the middle. They'll be the only ones left. However, by the time we get to that tank, because this tank kept taking the fuel from these fuel tanks, it'll be full, and so we'll still have a lot of fuel to use. I'm not exactly sure of what's the math behind it, but that's the most efficient way of getting rocket into space in Kerbal Space Program. I added these little SAS. These are basically control wheel based, so that means they will stabilize my rocket by using inertia. Well, you can probably look that up. Then we have that little part here with the 2 nuclear engines with the big scary symbol. Look at that big scary symbol. Anyways, these 2 engines are the most efficient engines in the game. Never mind, it's not. I think the most efficient engines are the ion engines, but right now they're really great for transferring from planet to planet. I might have gone a bit overkill with them, because that's a lot of fuel for these 2 engines, and we're only going to Minmus, but anyways, then we have the final, actually no, not the final stage, but this is the landing stage. As you can see, the rockets are set up, the engines are set up a bit angled. I don't know the real use to this. I think it stabilizes the rocket a bit more, so it keeps it from going to pivot or something. But it looks cool as well, so yeah. You've got the advanced SAS that's down here. It's going to control all the it's going to control everything so that we don't end up spinning around uncontrollably. Then we have the final, well actually that stage is going to land on Minmus, and it's going to take off from Minmus, and probably go back to Kerbin. So this is what we use to get off Kerbin, this is what we use to get to Minmus, and this is what we use to get off Minmus and back to Earth. And when we get in the atmosphere, well, in Kerbin's atmosphere, then we will just eject that lower stage here, and we'll just have this going down. So we've got 1 drag chute. It's going to slow us down before the main parachute is open, and then we've got some sciencey stuff there, because I like sciencey stuff. Anyways, that's the cockpit right there. It's not very practical for rockets, but it's very useful. Who cares? We're not in the cockpit anyways. Well, we can be, but I don't want to be, because it doesn't matter. I'd rather look at it from like the outside, because it's pretty from the outside. Anyways, now I'm going to need to set up some staging, and well, basically that's it. So what we're gonna do first of all is we're gonna have these these are things that hold up the rocket. We're gonna have them let the rocket go at the same time as the engines fire. So we put that main engine down there, and okay, these are the decouplers. So now these are the main decouplers, these are second. Okay, these are the first ones to go, so we'll put them down there, number 6. Then we'll add these, and we'll put them number, actually, okay, there we go. These are the 2 final ones, and then that's the one up here. And then we have the 2 nuclear engines, then this, then these engines, and the parachutes open at the same time as we eject that stage. So I think we're good. Notice that I haven't added a ladder for my Kerbals to get off, but I've figured that because we're gonna land on Minmus, it's basically like the moon. If you jump, you're gonna go like 5 meters up. So they can just... Also, they've got jetpacks. They've got tiny jetpacks that are pretty cool. Well, they're not really jetpacks, but it doesn't matter. Anyways, now we're going to go and name that ship. How should we call it? Minmus is green. It's orbiting around us. I don't know. Let's call it. I'll just call it Minmus ship because I'm so original. Mark. Actually, never mind. Minmus ship Mark 1 from Parrot Industries, ladies and gentlemen. That should do. Save, and we are going to launch this. I think. Damn it. Let me think. Alright. Alright, exited. Okay, Minmus ship Mark 1. Look at it. It's so beautiful. Well, say hello to Adri and Biltree Kerbin, our 2 astronauts. They are going to go to Minmus, which is pretty far out of the system. Anyways, we're gonna set up SAS full, well, not full throttle. I should have added winglets. We'll see what happens. Oh, one thing we have to do though before that. The problem with a lot of with having a large number of mainsail, well, these big engines firing, is that they tend to make the rocket kind of, well, they're supposed to stabilize the rocket. See, these engines can actually move the way they're going to thrust a tiny bit, so that they can stabilize the ship too, in case it goes in the wrong way. But thing is, when you've got 7 of them firing at once, you don't want that to happen, because it actually makes this ship kind of unstable. So I'm having all the outside ones not stabilize the ship, and the middle one can still be like doing its own thing. That's gimbal. That's why I'm locking the gimbal of all these ships. Engines. Anyways, I think we're ready to go. Set throttle to this, and okay. Needs more struts. So what broke? Oh, I should have probably read the flight report. Well, whatever. We're going to assume that thrust was so high everything exploded. Well, that's kind of what happened actually. I think these can't handle the fact that wait. Impact tolerance 9, impact tolerance max temperature. Okay, so I don't think it's the decoupler, well, the stack decoupler, stack separators. Might be. You know what? I'm not gonna figure out what I have to do. I'm just gonna add more struts, because that always works. Yeah, that's a tip in Kerbal Space Program. Add more struts if your rocket keeps on exploding. Okay, sometimes it's just stupid. It's kind of a joke. It's a joke. But it works sometimes. And in this case, I think it'll work. What we're going to do is we're going to add struts here too. We're going to... we're going to add some struts behind here. There we go. And let's see how that goes. Clear the launch pad. Alright. Hopefully that'll work. As you can see, Andre and that other guy died, so now we have John Tree Kerbin and Thompson Kerbin. You know, this rocket hasn't. Well, whatever. They seem happy, you know, but they don't know that shit might happen to them. Anyways, we have to do the whole gambling again. Well, let me do that. Take care of that. What could I talk about when I do this completely uninteresting and boring task? Even for me. Nothing. Doesn't matter. Okay. Set up SAS. Set throttle. We're gonna set the throttle down and see if that helps. Let's get the bend. Woo! That worked quite well, actually. Look at this. It's so nice, and it just goes up so nicely. So stable. See? First pair of engines died. So now we're going up, let's go up like that. That's the fuel on each pair of engines. Now these engines are going to go, well, these ones right here are going to go first. We're going to decrease our throttle because we don't want to go past 200 meters per second too early. Because after that, air drag starts getting quite effective. I have already explained that to you guys in the last episode, so I don't need to do that again. But, anyways, now we're almost. Yeah, I guess we can start a gravity turn now. Come on, slowly. Don't do the same thing as before, okay? Don't. Okay, slowly. There we go. Boom. Perfect. And now we can increase the throttle. And decrease that. See how we are doing on the map. We've got quite a good apoapsis. I'd say we should increase the throttle because it's not good. Well, apart from that slight first launch mishap, this is going quite well. Excuse me for a second. Alright, I am back. I am sorry for this. As I said, slight inconvenience. Let's see, how high are we going? Perhaps this is at 53 almost. Come on. 6, 7, 8, 9, 70. Okay, we're not going to go further than 72. That's pretty high. Now we're going to start to try modifying our I'm going to try increasing. Well, we're going to try to get into orbit because right now we're not in orbit. We're in a suborbital trajectory, and therefore we have to fix that. I'd really want to try firing all these engines at once, but I kinda don't want to. Because it'd be a waste of fuel and it'd be stupid. And I'd probably destroy the entire ship anyways. Let's see. Don't have a lot of fuel left. But, okay, I think... Yep, we're pretty high now, so we're gonna throttle back up, and hopefully we're gonna aim that way so that we don't lose too much altitude. This is going pretty well. Almost don't have any more for you. Well, oh no! Oh, this is bad. Okay. It's alright, it's alright, it's alright. We can still fix that. Exactly like so. Look at how nice this is gonna be. Boom! Right? Now we're gonna... Come on. Oh my god, it's so slow. Shit. This might not work. Nope, it's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. See, that's the problem with nuclear engines. They're kind of weak. Well, I could probably try to keep raising my apoapsis. You know, there comes a point where you realize, whatever I do, this is not gonna make it to the moon, or Minmus, or anywhere. Just the ground. Wait. Is that actually growing? Yeah, that's not gonna work. Back to the drawing board. I don't know. Either, you know what, I'm just gonna replace these with more effective. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna remove this. Not that, just this. And I'm gonna add 4 small little engines like this. This is now our new drive stage to Minmus. We should be able to make it to space. Well, we'll make it to space. We probably won't. I don't know if I'll make it to Minmus, but this should do. Whoa, 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 whoa! Why don't you want to do that? That's better. And we're gonna add a fuel line so that we can actually use the fuel in the big tank. Okay, that looks beautiful. Now we're gonna save it and we're gonna launch it. Look at this. I could have probably tested the parachute system of the capsule command pod, but why? Okay, never mind. It's alright. Set up SAS, keep the throttle relatively low, and fire. What the fuck? Okay, we're gonna try this again. We're gonna try this again. Because, you know, we have to try this again. Okay, we're gonna set the throttle a bit lower now. Oh, they all died already. Damn it. Okay. Well, hello Ronmore and Sigtree. You guys are probably gonna make it to Minmus. Oh, I forgot about one thing. Oh my. You know, I think we can. That should do. I'm still gonna lock the gimbal and lock the gimbal. Hey, I can do that mid-flight without any problems. This is awesome. Slow down, slow down. Okay. What's for sure is that we're making it to space. That's almost certain. Okay. Time to do our gravity turn. Still very slowly. Very slowly. Very slowly. There we go, just like this. That's great. That's good. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Slowly. There we go. Perfect. You're a good rocket. You're a good little rocket. You're a good little rocket. Okay. And... What the fuck? Whoa! What just happened? Oh no! Oh, this is very bad. Can we actually make it to space with this? I'd rather not try, because it'll be a waste of time. What we can do, however, is test the parachute system. I said test the parachute system. Okay, so we're gonna leave that alone. Oh. Damn. Well, well, well. Leave that alone. Okay. Just gonna do that for a second, just to... Wait, what? Why are we rotating? That's weird. They're probably angled a tiny... Yep, okay. They're angled a bit. That's not good. That's actually very bad. Woo! Let's forget SAS and see how this goes. How cold is it up there? Minus 30 degrees. Nothing we can't handle. You know what? I think we should watch the landing from the cockpit view. How are our... clearly, both of them are quite worried. Alright now. The space program isn't doing so well. Well, you know guys, I think this rocket needs a bit more tweaking, but we're not going to see that in this episode because it's just not that important. You're not going to be very interested in that. So, at least we got a rocket that just needs some tweaking. Just needs some structural... It needs more struts. But apart from that, seriously, I'm going to end the episode there, because I think that's enough for now. However, just... Actually, I have to say one thing. This is probably the last video I'll upload till next June. Why? Because I am doing the IGCSEs this May. Like, my entire May month is just exams all over the place. So, I'm going to say goodbye to you guys, and hope you enjoyed this episode.